the fam, that's what they call me. I promise that.
What is going on, guys? We're in another video today. As you can see, I'm wearing the same shirt because it's the same damn day that I made the other video. Today we're watching a video I wanted to watch, like I said. 10 videos that sorry. 10 videos that could save your life. Okay. So it's by Chills again. Yeah. I'll put link in the description. I did it on the other one. I'll do it on this one. I'm still getting used to doing that because I normally don't do it. But bear with me on it. It's a 12-minute on the dot video, so it's gonna be good. And yeah, like I said, my phone's connected to the TV on my last video, and it still is, because I don't like watching on the small screen and it hurts my neck going like that. And if I go like that, it's a tad bit better. But let's get into the video, shall we? Bring that back up. No, up. Damn, they didn't want to listen to me.
We never know how we are going to react to a scary situation until the day comes. Hopefully you will never have to find out. Number 10. Delbert Latham and his son are on a roller coaster with nowhere to go when his son's restraints fail and he falls all the way to the floorboards. Listen and you'll hear him say "my seatbelt" in a scared voice.
I got you. You're fine, no problem, it's okay.
Delbert squeezes his child's waist, and now an arm is the only thing keeping his son from flying off. He is squeezing as tight as he can, and manages to keep his grip for the last major fall.
I got you. Hey, you're fine.
I think most parents would be flipping out, and I'm amazed how calm Delbert remains the entire time, especially considering how bad this could have gone.
Well, yeah, you don't want to freak out, because you freak out, you freak the kid out, and the kid will freak out a lot more worse than you. So he did good, and I don't know if the seatbelt itself came on the hook, or whoever put them in didn't do their job, but we'll see.
If the description for this video is to be believed, then the operator was aware of the faulty seatbelt and was letting people on board anyway, meaning his son was not the only one to experience this terrifying ride. Number 9. A YouTuber in Louisiana named Barris Bash tries to stay positive as this entire neighborhood fills with water, with everyone still trapped inside. What starts as some water in his backyard soon enters the home and becomes a total crisis. The YouTuber has the right attitude by not panicking. He puts on a brave face as he makes a video to help relieve the stress.
I mean, yeah, it's good to do positives, think positive, but at the same time, it's a lot of damn damage. And that's like not even by inches, almost a foot of water. I'll be mad, but at the same time, it's good to be positive.
At the same time, I can't help but notice the TV is still on. It's pretty high off the ground, but I think they should have shut off all power because any charge could electrify the very water that they're standing in. Eventually, when the water gets too high, they escape via canoe and row to dry land. If the family didn't have this canoe, then they would have been at the mercy of a rescue or one of their neighbors. Number 8. A YouTuber named the J Morts is enjoying the Swiss Alps until a massive snowfall traps him alive. Now it's up to Daniel O'Sullivan and his small crew to locate and dig him out before he runs out of air or freezes, whichever comes first. Daniel rips off his gloves so he can put together his digging tools more quickly. After all, getting frostbite in a few fingers is nothing compared to saving an actual life. They don't see anything for a while until James sticks a pole out of the snow and waves it around to draw their attention. This shaves hours off of their search and is ultimately what saves his life. With the J Mort located, Daniel doesn't waste a single moment going to work on the freezing snow with only a shovel and his bare hands. By the end of it, Daniel's hands are too frozen to even take his helmet off, but his friend is alive, and that's all that really matters. Kudos for such a well-done rescue.
That's what's up. You gotta do what you gotta do. Have you ever got a snowboard or do shit like that? See, I only been in the snow for one time in my life. Sort of. Kind of like one time. But it was a long period of one time. All I did is sled down the hill. I don't do snowboards. I've never done it. So, let me know.
7. A clerk is ringing up a customer in Japan when the lights go out and the ground begins to shake. The customer freezes in place.
I can't tell. That looks like a really, really small store. I don't know if it loops around somewhere else, but from this angle, it really looks like that's it. That's all it is. Something, right?
Know what to do, but the brave clerk drags her around the counter by the hand. Just as the worst of it comes, without looking, the heroic cashier pushes the customer's head under the counter to protect against the falling bottles breaking all around them. Shelves are going to topple onto them both, but thankfully the store's infrastructure holds out. By the end of the video, the floor is covered with bottles that fell right where the customer would have been if she wasn't rescued at the last second. Number 6. A YouTuber named Sasha is enjoying her vacation.
Hell no! Look at that clown, man. See, I think that's when that scary clown bullshit was going on around Florida and around other places. I guess that's just creepy. I'm pretty sure he wasn't really gonna do nothing, but you know, never know. Never really know.
South Korea, when she notices a clown in a dirty outfit and a wrinkled white mask is appearing in a lot of her shots. He starts out far away and gets progressively closer until he is practically breathing on her at times.
He looks creepy. Does he look at me?
Sasha plays it off like a joke at first, but when the clown follows her into the mall,
Damn.
she realizes that this is a real issue and she needs to lose him fast.
Because this strange guy, he's here, and it's not funny. Look. He'll look at me.
She tries hiding, but when that doesn't work, she calls a passenger service to come pick her up just as the man switches from a walk to a run. I guess she doesn't know that the police number in Korea is 112, so she does the next best thing and runs away as the clown gains on her. Her ride pulls up just in time and she manages to escape. Even though Sasha didn't call the authorities, she still handled the situation well by getting away from this stranger as fast as possible. Number 5. When a blue car pulls up and a couple steps out, the gas station clerk notices something is wrong. The woman walks far ahead of the man, almost like he doesn't trust her enough to let her out of his sight, and they immediately go to the ATM to make a large cash withdrawal. At the counter, they continue to stand a wide distance apart, which looks suspicious since friends would be closer. The man seems relaxed, but the woman stands straight and looks very tense. They are just about to leave when the clerk tells the woman to stop. She freezes in the doorway and the clerk puts himself between the two. He can tell the woman is in distress at this point and tells her to go back into the store, which she does. Meanwhile, the man outside looks like he turns out the clerk was correct to stop them. The woman was being held captive and being driven from ATM to ATM in the middle of the night. The clerk was smart to wait until she was out of his reach before confronting the man.
Don't mind that I help you, no problem.
If he had waited for police, the two would have been long gone before any help arrived. Number
That's
4.
right.
When a man...
That's messed up, but he did what he had to do, and that's good right there. That's what's up. People these days, man, stupid.
There's a gas station and demands money. He finds himself greatly outnumbered by a swarm of angry customers. All it takes is one brave bystander to rush him and the rest follow suit, grabbing whatever they can to neutralize the man until authorities arrive. This video shows that we are all becoming braver and more prepared for these kinds of events as a society. Less people would try and do this if they knew it would form an angry mob. So maybe a group
Whoop that trick. I mean, he's just a big guy, but he ain't no fighter. He ain't no fighter.
fence is the right tactic. Of course, if nobody else joins in, then you've just effectively made yourself the next target. Number 3, a YouTube channel called Sailing Latitude is boating around the
that's
Italian
crazy.
island of Sardinia when a freak lightning storm breaks overnight, forcing them into survival mode. They try to outrun the storm at first, but the winds are much too strong and soon lightning is breaking directly overhead.
It's crazy.
A single bolt would be enough to fry their navigation equipment and leave them completely stranded at sea. The experienced navigator is able to visually estimate 2 areas where lightning is striking the most, and they sail between these 2 areas skillfully. In other words, they basically have no choice but to steer between 2 storms, and in doing so they almost get trapped in the storm multiple times, like here at 10 minutes and 15 seconds for example. To make matters worse, the winds could change at a moment's notice and bring the storm clouds even closer. Somehow they just barely managed to sail through the little pocket of clear weather, well flanked between 2 storms. Hours later, a calm sunrise greets them, as if it was all just a bad dream. Number 2,
Okay.
an Uber driver is taking home 2 passengers when a car they have never seen before overtakes them on the left and then puts on the brakes. Before anyone has the chance to make sense of the situation, the other driver is already hurrying over. He taps on the window and orders the Uber driver to get out of his car, which makes the passengers panic. What's that?
Just go, go around.
Thinking fast, the Uber driver takes the right course of action by not getting out of his vehicle, driving away instead. They manage to escape and are ready to forget about the whole incident when they see his high beams on them again. That's when they make the second smart decision and get the police on the phone.
Call 911. Make a left here. Make a left here. Our car is following us. And he bangs on the window and says, get out of the car to the driver.
Eventually, they get pulled over and explain everything to an officer, who proceeds to speed away after dispatching a description of the vehicle to all other units.
It's hard for them to open the doors because they don't know how to open the door with the Tesla.
That's good.
So that actually works.
Okay, so see, now there's another. Did he try to open the door?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The car that was chasing them is still nearby, and the driver is charged with being under the influence. Kudos to the driver for keeping his passengers safe and not responding with aggression himself. Had he gotten out of the car and into an altercation, he could have been charged with something or made the situation worse. Before we get to number 1,
Yeah, good thing he was driving a Tesla, because you have to have, I think you have to have like a thumbprint or something. I don't know how Tesla's doors are. I don't care for them. But you have to like either press your thumb on it or something, or have the key to actually prop the door handle out so you can open it. I guess that's how it works. I don't know.
Miss Chilson, I hope you're enjoying my narration. Are you curious about what I look like in real life? Upload a new video here on YouTube every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. Christopher Carlson is skiing in Switzerland when he finds himself trapped under 6 feet of snow in a matter of seconds. Watch for yourself and you can
Damn.
see there is basically no time to react to an avalanche of this magnitude, especially from behind. Christopher might not have been able to move out of the way, but it's what he does next that ultimately saves his life. That is to say, he does nothing. He doesn't try to dig himself out, because he could be upside down and only digging away from the surface. He doesn't scream or cry because his air supply is limited. He simply conserves his energy and waits for as long as he can. Only when he sees snow moving above him does Christopher yell out, or rather to alert his friends that they are on the right path. After much digging, he finally sees the light again, followed by the concerned faces of his friends. I think that you are going to remember these videos.
Yeah, that's right there, man. That's the one thing I'm afraid of if I ever do that shit. I mean, he did good though. He didn't freak out. He didn't do anything like that. But anyways, it was a good video. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll just catch you on the next.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that.